We begin with breaking news tonight. More back and forth in the legal fight surrounding the state's newest restrictions on abortion. A federal appeals court now temporarily restoring the law that bans abortions after 6 weeks. That law also allows citizens to file lawsuits against people they believe violate this law. This all comes a day after some abortion providers began procedures following a previous judge blocking the legislation. The Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals reinstated the abortion law while this case is being reviewed. The court also ordered the U.S. Justice Department to respond in this case by Tuesday. We'll continue to follow it to see how it plays out and bring you the very latest. A former convict is trying to do his part in changing the culture of his community. After getting out of prison, Benny Price decided it was time to bring something positive to his neighborhood. In February, he officially opened up Big Mama's Safe House on New Braunfels Avenue and Bluebonnet Street. The Night Team's Patty Santos tells us by offering rental assistance, mental health counseling resources, and a shelter for domestic violence victims, he's trying to stop gun violence.
I was considered the worst of the worst.
Benny Price grew up in the former Wheatley courts in the East Side.
As very young kids, our community was crime infested, drug infested, and so that's what was promoted.
Off to prison at 18 for murder and drugs, it took him a while to realize his wrong. In 2016, he was freed but changed. He found God and a calling. Go back and do something positive.
I don't think there's any other place like this in the city of San Antonio.
In February, Price, Rose Williams, and a team of volunteers launched the nonprofit Big Mama's Safe House.
The number one thing we hope to do is be a safe haven in the community.
When I was a little girl, I would want somebody to reach out to me, to help or assist, and I didn't have that. So I'd like to be the driving force in that.
But the rental house at 214 Bluebonnet Street has become more than that. He gave us a tour of the house filled with donated items. It serves as a mediation house, at times a food pantry, mentorship, and a place to get rental and housing assistance.
We've helped over 10,000, 11,000, people.
The hope is that by getting to the root of the problem, they can make a dent in ending violence. In this area, people of color make up the majority of the population. The median annual household income is under $22,000. Most living here didn't graduate from high school.
You don't stop gun violence when somebody gets killed and somebody goes to jail for it. It already happened. You didn't stop it, So what's coming behind that is going to come behind it, more gun violence.
His biggest hurdle, straddling the line in a culture where it's hard to trust. He hopes his late grandmother can help with that.
Big Mama brings a smile to your face for some reason because, you can trust them. She's going to tell you right.
That was Patty Santos reporting. If you'd like more information about Big Mama's Safe House, go to our website. You can find that on KSAT.com. New tonight, keep an eye out for this woman, Heather Denise Delgado, accused in a theft operation at the Apple Tree Day School in Boerne. Police say several catalytic converters were taken. The car parts are usually targeted for the precious metals used to make them. The 36-year-old suspect's last known address is in San Antonio. Police say Heather Delgado, also known as Heather Kidd. She is 5'1". If you have any information in the case, you can remain anonymous by calling the Kendall County Crime Stoppers number. That's 1-800-348-5323. Another step forward in the project surrounding the oldest public housing complex in San Antonio. The San Antonio Housing Authority announcing it will work with a San Antonio-based company to help plan for the upgrade for the 501 units at the Alazan courts. Saha has said the complex will remain public housing, but the fight to preserve the historic buildings in this West Side community continues. It's not known if these units will be demolished and rebuilt or if they can be carefully renovated. Able City and the team of architects they're working with are bringing in experience on rehabbing historic buildings.
I think more importantly is that the calculation you make in whether you preserve a space or not isn't always come down to dollars and cents, right? There's a value to the community that needs to be taken into account.
It's going to take some time before any physical changes happen at the Alazan courts. Able City plans to first visit with residents at Los Courts, as they're called, to discuss the best way to gather input on the project. Once they hear from residents on what they want to see addressed, Able City will draw up plans for what happens next. We'll continue to stay on the story. The Alazan project, though, is the focus of a latest edition of our KSAT Explains streaming show. We've spoken with several residents who shared their concerns and their hopes for this project. Saha also talked to us about plans to avoid displacing residents once it is time for construction. You can watch that episode online right now at KSAT.com or on the KSAT TV app. The COVID-19 pandemic still holding a grip on the job market. The U.S. Labor Department showing sluggish job gains for the month of September. Only 194,000 U.S. jobs were added. Companies continue to struggle to fill positions. That includes local school districts that are dealing with a shortage of cafeteria workers. Northside ISD needs to fill about 100 positions. In some of those cases, staff have had to switch roles to fill the gap.
We've had some teachers help out, and we've had some principals help out as well.
In Northeast ISD, they're also trying to fill positions. The district says they're competing with restaurant industries to find food service workers. NEISD started giving staff referral bonuses and even sent students home with flyers advertising the job openings. He resigned in September, but he'd been sanctioned 7 months earlier. The defenders looking into information surrounding former Bexar County Justice of the Peace, Ciro Rodriguez. We have learned that Rodriguez was sanctioned in February for campaigning on 3 occasions on behalf of his daughter, Xochitl Peña Rodriguez, in her 2020 Senate run. That issue was the focus of a defender's investigation. The Texas Code of Judicial Conduct prohibits judges from campaigning on behalf of another person. You can read that full story right now on KSAT.com. It's still ahead here on the Nightbeat. Fans gathering for the big Texas Comic-Con happening in San Antonio. The competition that comes with cash prizes coming up. And the Coast Guard revealing some new information about that massive oil spill off the coast of California. The damage they believe was done up to a year before oil spewed into the water. Plus, the latest on the search for a 3-year-old boy, Christopher Ramirez, in East Texas. That's next on the Nightbeat. It is all hands on deck in the search for 3-year-old Christopher Ramirez. The FBI, along with civilian searchers, looking for the toddler northwest of Houston. At one point, search crews say the dogs briefly picked up his scent, but lost it. The 3-year-old was last seen Wednesday in Grimes County. Neighbors say he was chasing a dog into a nearby wooded area as the family returned home from grocery shopping. So far, officials say there are no signs of foul play. The search for Gabby Potito's fiancee nearing its 4th week now. Potito found dead in Wyoming after the couple took a cross-country road trip this summer. Her fiancé, Brian Laundrie, the subject of a search in the Carlton Nature Reserve in Florida. That area may be easier to search now. The Laundrie's family attorney says it seems the water in this preserve is receding, making certain areas more accessible to search. Meanwhile, police now saying that Brian Laundrie's parents refused to address Potito's disappearance on the day that they reported Brian missing. The source of a large oil leak in the Pacific Ocean now identified. Investigators believe an anchor hit the pipeline several months to maybe even a year before thousands of gallons of oil leaked out of it. The Coast Guard says a large vessel may have first shattered a concrete casing, but not necessarily caused the crack. The pipe may have been hit several other times by other ships' anchors before the spill happened.
We've done this for a couple years now, and the one thing that celebrities always comment on are the people of San Antonio, how friendly everyone is here, and they love coming back.
Yeah, they do. Here at home, big Texas Comic-Con happening at the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center. There's more to the event than just meeting top talent from the world of movies, TVs, and comics. Tomorrow, a Super Smash Bros. Tournament is being held. Participants would play the video game and compete for cash prizes. Proceeds would go towards the Children's Hospital Association of San Antonio. You can sign up at Big Texas Comic-Con. The event starts at noon. Tickets are available online. Let's take a look outside with live cam tonight. 77 degrees right now, the end of a beautiful week.
Yeah.
What is in store for the weekend, Katie Blake?
Some subtle changes. We're going to remain rain-free this weekend, but what will start to increase, especially by Sunday, that is the humidity. You know, it had to come back at some point. Temperatures currently 70s and 80s out there. It was a great night for high school football games. 81 in Cotulla, 76 at the airport. But again, our dew point numbers this week, these have been the important numbers. These numbers have been on the lower side for the past several days, and while it has been warm in the afternoons, it's managed to stay pretty comfortable. And these numbers are what we'll see rise over the next 24, 48 hours or so. You'll notice through the day tomorrow afternoon, for most of us, our dew points will still be in the 50s, so it will still be comfortable but warm Saturday afternoon. Now by Sunday, we really see a big surge in humidity moving in from the Gulf. By Sunday morning, our dew points are climbing into the 70s, and they'll stay elevated after that. So that's kind of how we'll split up your weekend. If you want to spend some good time outdoors, Saturday may be the better day simply because humidity will still be on the lower side. By Sunday, we'll have several hours of some morning clouds breaking through to some more sun in the afternoon. But again, humidity will be higher Sunday, but thankfully we'll have a bit of a breeze. The next storm system that will be affecting Texas is getting wound up in the across the western part of the country now, producing some precipitation across some of the western states. This is an upper level low or a good rainmaker that will start to inch toward Texas this weekend. Now tomorrow it will still be far enough west that it will really be a pleasant day all across the state. By Sunday morning, with that moisture coming back in, we start off with some morning clouds, not expecting any rain early on Sunday. By Sunday night, this storm system will likely bring some severe thunderstorms to North Texas. This threat for severe weather is going to be removed well to our north on Sunday. But on the tail end of these storms, we're going to have a chance for an isolated brief thunder shower here in our part of the state. Very, very late Sunday night into the pre-dawn hours of Monday morning. After that, rain-free Monday into Tuesday. But by the middle of next week, with some more rain-making energy moving in from the west and a big surge of moisture from the Pacific Ocean, we'll up our rain chances by the middle of next week. So not much to see here through about Tuesday, but then Wednesday and beyond, we'll have a chance for some scattered showers and storms. Periods of heavy rain will be possible with that influx of Pacific moisture. So by the middle of next week, that's when we'll start to talk about better chances of rain. No rain on your Saturday. Some high thin clouds will continue to stream on in. 92 your high temperature. A bit of a breeze tomorrow, but a more consistent steady breeze on Sunday. And that's good news because that's when you'll feel that muggy air just a bit more. 30% chance of some isolated rain again very, very late Sunday night, early Monday. And then by Wednesday, better chances of some periods of heavy rain. We'll be sure to keep you updated over the weekend. Myra?
All right. Thank you, Katie. Another night of big game coverage. Greg Simmons with all the scoreboards, and I bet a little bit more.
And a few highlights to mix in there.
A few, yeah.
What's interesting about who remains undefeated in this big battle tonight at the Unbeatens between Alamo Heights and Floresville over at Orem Stadium. That was a huge game tonight. Big crowd there. Got all the highlights for you. Plus, what a big game coverage road trip when we come back.
And you're watching Big Game coverage on KSAT 12. Go Mules!
Great job, ladies. A big game and our big game coverage tonight took place at Alamo Heights High School as the undefeated Mules hosted the unbeaten Floresville Tigers to kick off the district play. The Mules get out to a fast start. James Sobey to Rhett Anderson deep over the middle. This is a 43-yard touchdown. It was just the beginning. Second quarter, the Mules are up 14-0. Now Sobey to Anderson again, this time from 10 yards out. The Mules go for two. They get it 22-0 lead. Third quarter now, 29-14 Heights. Sobey finds Anderson for a third time. This one is a 50-yard touchdown. The Mules are rolling 36-14. Floresville puts up a fight, but the Mules kick 36-29.
They were a very good football team, and we came out in the second half and didn't play our best half, but we did what we could to get the win, and this is a good win.
We got a really tough district. It feels really great to be undefeated, and I'm just super excited to celebrate it with the guys. So
All right, Johnson and Roosevelt tied at 7 when we arrive at Hero Stadium. Theodore Roosevelt would be proud of the defense like this. The Jags back to pass, with Roman Salazar swats the pass at the line. Olalekan Bello comes up with the interception. He's taking it the other way. He starts right, cuts back to the left. No one's going to catch him all the way for the 51-yard score. 14-7 Roosevelt. Jaguars bite back. Running back Ben McCreary burst out from behind his lineman, and he is in the clear. This is one Rough Rider who has a chance to catch him from behind, but McCreary is just too fast. 72-yard score, tied it at 14-0. Does Johnson stay undefeated? The answer is yes, 62-34. Brandeis Broncos facing off against the Lee Volunteers, or I should say just Lee at Comalander Stadium, with Broncos looking to go 6-1. Lee with the ball first, but not for long. Juan Martinez with the great hands snags the interception, takes it back to the Lee 15-yard line. The Broncos are now in business. They cap off the turnover with a goal line touchdown from quarterback Nico Garcia, made it 7-0 Brandeis, and the final from Comalander 72-0. Number 3 Smithson Valley taking the field at Ranger Stadium, ready to face Clemens. First quarter, Braden Bafidis back to receive the punt. He splits a pair of defenders, bounces to the outside, finds some room along the sideline. He's gone for the 66-yard touchdown, somersaulting his way into the end zone. Let's head to the big game coverage scoreboard for that final and more. Smithson Valley with a huge win, 51-0. Alamo Heights outlast Floresville, 36-29. Elsewhere, Roosevelt falling to Johnson, 62-34. Brandeis with a shutout over Lee. A future Clark Cougar getting her picture taken with the Cougar mascot at Ferris Stadium. Special teams playing a big part of this game early. Madison back to punt, but the snap is low, bounces back to the punter, gets behind him. He's able to gather it in, but 2 Cougars are there in hot pursuit, forcing him out of bounds at the Mavericks' 12-yard line. Clark takes advantage of that opportunity. Luke Gertz powers his way for the score. The 5-yard touchdown, 7-0. The final from Ferris, 35-21. The Hawk Pit was rocking as the Harlan Hawks were flying high over the J Mustangs at Augustus Stadium. 3rd and 7 for Harlan. Running back Christopher Jackson starts to his left and cuts back to his right. Gets some blocking to cut back to the outside before he gets taken down, but not before he's got a first down. The drive was stalled at 7. Jesse Pettis comes in for the 24-yard field goal and made it 38-0 Hawks. Final from Gus, 38-7. Great game tonight at Len Hoff Stadium. Number 2 Steel against number 12 New Braunfels. 4th quarter, Unicorns down 21-14. Quarterback Aiden Bauman under heavy pressure. He finds Jake Vaughn in the back of the end zone for the 8-yard touchdown. That ties the game at 21-all. But Steel answers on the ensuing drive. Handoff goes to Tayshawn Singleton. Looks like he's going to get stuffed at the line, but he stays on his feet, breaks out of a tackle, outruns the defense to the end zone. A 58-yard touchdown run. That's your game winner. Steel wins at 35-21. The high was alive. Look at this enthusiastic fans in the stands at East Central Stadium, all wearing pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Night as they host Wagner. The Thunderbirds strike first. Running back Joshua Galazzo takes a pitch, finds De La along the right side. Looks like he has the hurdles of defender at the 6-yard line. Looks like he makes it into the end zone, but they call him down at the 1. They would score on the next play, 7-0 Wagner. Ensuing kickoff, East Central gets tricky. Austin Vivier catches a kick, then hands it to Trayshawn Johnson. Look at the lane. He's got 87 yards to pay dirt. That made it 7-7 ball game. Let's go back to the big game coverage scoreboard to see how that one turned out. East Central with the big upset, 31-21. Steel over New Braunfels, 35-21. You saw the game winner there. Madison falls to Clark, 35-21. Same score, 38-7. Harlan over John Jay. Highlands ROTC fired up because the Owls have 3-touchdown lead over Sam Houston in the second quarter. They're going to add to it. Running back Omarion Clay races right through the eye of the Hurricane defense on his way to the 16-yard touchdown, made it 28-0 the final. And see if they go 3-1 in district. They do 42-21. Over at Alamo Stadium, the Young Men's Leadership Academy had their hands full of the Wimberley Texans tonight. Wimberley quarterback Cash McCullum firing it to Nathan Simpson. 8-yard gain to get inside the YMLA red zone. Next play, the Texans keep it on the ground. Running back Moses Ray makes it look easy. He goes right up the middle for the 18-yard touchdown. 7-0 Wimberley. Final from Alamo Stadium, 77-7. At Rutledge Stadium, Veterans Memorial hosting Buda Johnson. Home team down 7-0 in the first quarter. Handoff goes to J.C. Solitaire. He's off to the races. 48-yard touchdown makes it 7-7 Patriots. Let's see if that has gone final. Buda Johnson pulls out the win, though, 45-28. The McCullum Cowboy doing cartwheels, trying to fire the team up with a 21-7 hole to New Braunfels Canyon. The Cougars were still on the hunt. Quarterback Deuce Adams, 21 yards for Drew Berry. The end zone for the touchdown. Cougars go up by 21 in the second quarter. When we leave, let's head back to the big game coverage scoreboard to see if that is final as well. Canyon with the big win, 58-20. It was Buda Johnson over Veterans Memorial, 45-28. Highlands defeats Sam Houston 42-21. Wimberley with a big win over YMLA. Over at Southside Stadium, the Dragons have a 14-point lead over the Cardinals in the third. When we arrive, and the Dragons are going for more at the Cardinals' 6-yard line. Pitch goes to Jake Friesenheim. He tries to force his way in for the score, but the Cards stopping at the goal line. Next play, Friesenheim again. This time he goes over the top to make it 21-0. Final from Southside, 28-0. The Southwest Legacy fans having a ball tonight as they watch the Titans rumble to a 14-3 lead over Eagle Pass win. There's more to celebrate. Running back Alex Garza plowing his way down to the 6-yard line of Eagle Pass to get it first and goal. Next play, Garza again. This time he finds the end zone. 24-3 Titans, and it's 31-10 Titans for the victory. Randolph up 6-0 over Lila at Mickler Memorial Field. Rohawk quarterback Aaron Davis rolls out to his right, throws back to his left, wide open Jack Allen, who beats two defenders to get to the pylon for the 22-yard touchdown, made it 13-0. Back to the big game coverage scoreboard for that final over Randolph, 58-7. Antonio over Houston St. Pius, 28-7. Southside falls to Southwest, 28-0. And Legacy over Eagle Pass win, 31-10. We're just getting started. Up next, our big game coverage road trip, fan cam, more highlights and more scores. But first, let's listen to the Taft and Marshall marching bands performing together. Our big game coverage road trip special for us tonight because Larry and photographer Eddie Latigo are reaching out to communities of Carrizo Springs and Crystal City. In fact, let's take you live. That's where we find our Larry Ramirez in Crystal City. And I see they kept the lights on for you and the band playing.
Yeah, Greg, the band said they knew you were going to be on the other end live and they wanted to put on a good performance for you. And I'll tell you what, they certainly are. You know, both of our games tonight featured teams from District 15 4A2, the district opener for all four squads. Let's go. Some Pee Wee football players got a huge thrill tonight running onto the field with the Carrizo Springs varsity football Wildcats. First quarter, Cats ball down 6-0, 4th and 7. Quarterback Evan Castellanos dumps it off to Avery Ramirez, and he races in for a 37-yard touchdown, and the Wildcats lead Divine 7-6. Divine ball now, 3rd and 15 from the Cats 37. Brady Hackbill throws over the middle to Hayden Dubose, and he makes it all the way down to the 4-yard line, fighting for extra yards to end the first quarter. Very next play, Xavier Contreras scores some 4 yards out, and the Warhorses were up 12-7 when we left. Homecoming at Crystal City tonight. That's where we are. And look at that handsome homecoming king. The Javelinas hosting Bandera and Moore district play. Third quarter, Bulldogs quarterback Tyler Moore passes to Alex Dirk on the slant for a touchdown on 4th down and 3. 2-point conversion was good, and Bandera led 14-0. Let's go to the scoreboard now and check out those finals. Carrizo Springs goes on to win 33-26 to remain undefeated, improving to 6-0. And Bandera beats Crystal City 21-14. A close game at the end. Now we're told Carrizo Springs intercepted the ball with about 12 seconds left in the game to seal the deal. Greg, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Larry. The time for Fan Cam, where you, our fans, help us cover one of the big games and a big game covers tonight. Here's our Andrew Seeley.
The 5-0 TMI Panthers ready to roll tonight at home against John Paul II. First quarter, Guardians punting. Junior wide receiver Jalen Gardner back to receive, and his blocking unit gives him a huge lane to run through. Just one man to beat, and that stiff arm takes care of that. Touchdown TMI, it's 6-0. Later in the quarter, the Panthers offense puts points on the board. This time on the rollout, Heath Bryant slings it to Gardner on the run, makes one man miss, cuts back to the inside to avoid another tackle, and we've seen this move before. This is a 70-yard touchdown, and it's 13-0 Panthers.
That is the score at the end of the first quarter as Fan Cam departs. TMI leading 13-0 from Howell Field. Andrew Seeley, KSAT 12 Sports.
Thank you, Andrew. Let's take a look at your final right now. TMI gets a big win, 34-6. It was Central Catholic over Tomball Concordia on the road, 49-26. Elsewhere, Seguin over Harlendale, 23-3, and Navarro with a huge shutout over Manor New Tech, 69-0. The Spurs fall, unfortunately, to the Miami Heat in the preseason game tonight, 109-105, and the Astros are 1 win away from the LCS. They lead 2-0 now in the ALDS.
All right. Thank you, Greg.
You got it.
We'll be right back. San Antonio is set to see the return of its outdoor ice rink. The Rotary Ice Rink will be open November 19th at Travis Park. The popular holiday tradition returning after a hiatus in 2020 because of the coronavirus pandemic. Tickets are on sale now. We have all the details on KSAT.com.
Speaking of cool things, if you're looking for sweater weather, it's not in this 7-day forecast, but middle of next week with the return of some better rain chances that will help to bring our afternoon highs down just a touch. We'll keep you updated on those rain chances over the course of the weekend as we likely make a few forecast tweaks. Myra.
If we had the rink now, we could just lay on it.
Yes.
That does it for the Night Beat. Good Morning San Antonio starts at 6. Have a good night.